Sauce23 here. In today's knife therapy, we have something special. This is the Evolved EDC REV prototypes, that is. If you haven't checked out Evolved EDC, definitely do yourself a favor and go check him out. The OEM to these is Bestech knives, and we knew Bestech does excellent OEM work. And let me just give you a glimpse at this. Absolutely stunning. This particular one's going back to Mr. Jim Skelton once it's made its rounds. But this is a more premium version of it. You have the anodizing in the middle, then black inside, on the tops. You have a Damascus, I think, a black Damascus maybe, pivot collar and thumb stud and pocket clip. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. We have the same pattern carried over onto the titanium backspacer that is flush. You have nice contoured scales, and this is Bestech's first button lock. This right here is the plain Jane version. Both of them are stunning in my opinion. We're gonna look at this one just because it looks so nice. The only thing that I noticed, there's only two things that I noticed that I didn't love about it, but I'm gonna tell you right now, even because of those two things, I'm still gonna get on this pre-order if I can afford it. But I like that he went with something different on the thumb studs. However, on both of them, depending, especially on this blasted one, I find it to be a little bit slippery. Now, it just depends on where you get your thumb at. It's not terrible or anything, and you can reverse flick it easily off of those fullers, so that's nice. And even though I think this action's really nice, Bestech's going to strengthen up the so-called detent on this button lock, but very smooth action. Wouldn't expect anything less from Bestech. Like I said, titanium on the scales. Let's see, I can't see inside there. Yes, you have heavy skeletonization on the titanium to bring that weight down. 104.2 grams and 3.6 ounces, so that's outstanding. I love the overall profile, how that comes down right here. This right here is chamfered, so it's not sharp. Looks like, I think you're going to have, nice Torx T8 hardware throughout. Very, very nicely done. Your pocket clip is contoured. Now, that's the second thing that I noticed when I did some light cutting with this. I didn't want, this is the only two prototypes in existence, and they got to go other places, so I did not want to do my normal testing with this. Just wanted to get a feel for everything. And I cut into some wood, and the only thing I noticed was where that pocket clip's sitting. Now, it's nice and contoured, and there's no sharp spots, but I definitely could feel that pocket clip when cutting. The harder I pushed, the more I felt. It's not really an issue when I choke up, and that's probably how I cut most things anyway. But I just wanted to note that I would have much rather see it in the middle, but then I get it, trying to keep everything kind of clean, and they're using this screw right here. Let's take a look at this blade. I don't know what the blade steel is going to be. Probably, standard is M390. Bestech does a really good job with heat treating M390, at least everything I've ever tested with their M390. This blade, awesome. You got a nice sheep's foot, pretty straight edge right here. I wish they would have brought this up a little bit more to give you a little bit more sharpening life, because as you can see, it's already starting to widen up right there. Something they could definitely fix before production if you want to. This thing has a nice and deep hollow grind on here. I didn't measure behind the edge, but there you go, you can look at it like that. It's pretty nice. It sliced pretty darn well. It's got a vertical belt satin on the primary grind right here. And then I can't really see. Looks like the flats are blasted. That's what it looks like to me. And then I think what makes this look so good is, look at that. Look at that top swedge where it meets up right here where the two fullers come in. I love that look. Seen that on a few knives lately. And then above that fuller, you have another swedge right here. I mean, you have a swedge right there that gives it some nice reflections in the light. Gives it a nice clean look. Very nice. I think the top swedge is flat ground. That's what it feels like. I love how they left the swedge not sharp where it's going to cut you, but where it'll catch the finger easily, because it is super easy to reverse flick this. And if you wanted to, you could probably, you could thumb flick it. You could open it from that instead of that thumb stud, whatever you want to do. So maybe the thumb stud is not that big of a deal. Love to hear y'all opinions. So overall, yeah, I'm super excited about this one. Definitely can't wait to hear what y'all think. Definitely one, like I said, if I can afford it, I will be jumping on this one. Because like I said, this wasn't bad enough to where, you know, it was a deal breaker for me. It was just something I could feel. It didn't hurt, but maybe over prolonged use, I don't know. Now, one thing I did notice too with the button lock, being that it's contoured, you don't have any milled, you know, section right there to kind of protect it. Whenever I choke up, this finger was sitting on that button lock. When I grip tight. So I don't know if they can move that or recess it to where, you know, you could squeeze and you wouldn't be able to squeeze that all the way down. I don't know. Maybe, yeah, there's really nowhere I can grab it if I'm going to, you know, get a nice grip right here and not disengage that. But like I said, these are prototypes. You know, this is why, you know, you get people to check them out. So, you know, something that you may have not have seen, he might have already seen that. I don't know. Something that could be fixed before they produce the final run of these. This is very, very fresh in the prototype phase. These are the only two I'm thinking. I mean, these are the only two that he said he has right now. So yeah, super cool. Very excited. If y'all have any questions, let us know down below. Like I said, I mean, if I can't answer them, I'm sure he can. And yeah. Do you plan on picking one up? All right, guys and girls. That is the Evolved EDC REV. I hope everybody's having an absolute amazing day. I got to get these back out to the owner. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.